Howdy! Let's make sure all the stuff's working. Yeah, it is. All right, cool. So, I only have about 50 minutes to bust through this, so I think we should just dive right into it. We don't need any like crazy intro or anything nuts to talk about. I have something to say at the end of the video regarding next week's videos, but for right now, let's just jump into more Ironsworn. Let's get back into this world, and see what's going on. All right, so I made a list of when to come back. List of moves made in session 4. Starting with Undertake a Journey, which was 629. So this is our recording process. Our journaling process. We are always starting with journaling. At least right now we are. 629, Undertake a Journey. So that was our beginning. Let's get it. All right. So we are doing Undertake a Journey. We are doing the outcome being... That one was weak. It was mostly weeks last time. Some of these were fake moves. I know that because I was having trouble securing an advantage. And then the second move, yeah, fake roll below was what I read. I should have framed that actually. So the second move was, this was a yeah, this was to, what is that move? Is there a move for reaching? Is there like a legit move called reach a It's reach a destination, isn't it? Not going crazy, have I? Yeah, reach a destination. There it is. I did a progress move, but it's reach a destination. We're good. Reach your... Just say your. I'm not going to capitalize it. Destination. Reach you. Now I feel like I need to capitalize it. I'm capitalizing it. Pow! And that one was also weak, I believe. No. That was a strong. Reach destination strong. And then we were trying to do a secure advantage. It didn't work out. Here we go. I did frame it. Real roll, face danger as secure advantage. So we did a face danger. So this is technically secure advantage. Yeah. Which showed up as weak. I have a feeling that my secure advantages are still busted. Yeah, still not working, and I'm not understanding why. And I'm wondering maybe like essence is a setting I have on. Rarities, threat, failures. I'm starting to think that like, so if I let's not get into it. It'll just delay stuff. I'd rather just advance it and try to figure it out later. But I think it's referencing a card, an asset card. But even if I enter like a certain amount of essence count, it does nothing. So if I do, if I do Godstat Devotant, wits like 1 essence modifier 1, nothing pops out unless I do Godstat Devotant, which is stupid. Essence invoke, yeah, 1 essence modifier 1, Godstat modifier 1, Godstat 1. I don't even know. It's like a million things. It's absolutely busted. So we're gonna have to. I think it's either, but it probably. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I don't know if it's busted. I might just not understand how it's working. It's probably more the case, but I'm not gonna try to mess with it because I don't understand why it's not working. That sucks because secure advantage is such a common use. I wonder if it's been addressed. Any case, let's write out what happens. So yeah, we undertook a journey, we reached our destination, and we secured. Like it wasn't last session was pretty much just moving. We were just moving along. We paused at that graveyard and we reached Citadel Lystung. It wasn't like anything crazy, so I don't think we have like a big right here. The road past the demon crossing was a clear one for me. I passed by the woodsman's graveyard and paid my respects. Without any further delay. Respects in remembering souls lost on this battlefield. Without any further delay, I pushed on to Leistung. Before long, I started to see and hear the movement of citizens. I had reached the citadel. Yeah, that's about it. That's all that happened. Let me just edit this real quick. After recovering from the demon crossing, the road ahead was clear for me. Comma, the road ahead was clear for me. Okay, that works. Alright, cool. Yep, that's session 4 journal. I know it's technically something that happened in session 3. I might have to remember that that's like what's going on. I wonder if this should go into session 3, actually. If we should be journaling the previous one. No. That's not how... Oh, wait, no. The last session was session 4. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, because this is session 5, isn't it? 1 second. Let me just take a peek-sees here. Take a quick look. Yeah, session 4 was the last session. Okay. Alright, cool. Again, I'm playing that Banner Saga music, man. That just even the first game, that OST is so good. So let's clear all of this, and we'll be sure to set up the next journal for next time. After continue. I usually like to do 3 moves and then journal, so we might journal this session. Who knows? Alright, and some reminders here. Sojourn and gather info when I return. So those are 2 moves that I want to do, and I need to advance my vow. Oh, that's right. Vow outlines my inciting incident. Reach Citadel Leistung. Investigate what happened to the caravan. Discover the fate of the scroll. So these are all some points in my inciting incident. So I'm actually, yeah, I've reached Citadel Leistung, which I think is definitely a part of the journey here, of where it was heading, and it didn't. I don't know if it made it here or not. It just hasn't made it to Citadel Richter, which is the concern. So getting here was a large part of my inciting incident. So we are advanced further. Sorry, that's my mic. I have it on an arm. It's a bit squeaky. Need some WD-40. So let's do that. Let's start the session. We left off last time with Alan looking upon Citadel Leistung, which is quite an interesting place in the hinterlands. Not that. Settlements. Citadel Leistung is strange, protected, and broken. It's located on a ridge, and its main resource is wood supply. Wood cutting. Lumber. The Citadel on the Ridge. A pillar of power in the hinterlands. The Citadel sits atop a great ridge overlooking the majestic beauty of the vast hinterlands below. Great pines reach up towards the fortress as though they were praising Leistung's very strength. The Citadel boasts the thickest and highest walls and serves as a beacon of protection against the wastes. But much as the shield protects the front, the back is exposed. Seen as a symbol of Leistung's trust, the back wall facing the wilderness is vacant. Some believe this as a message from Leistung to one day reunite the deserters of the waste with the rest of civilization. There is no reason to raise a shield to your brothers and sisters. Looking up from the ridge, you can see inside this beautiful city, its great steps climbing and holding the wood and stone homes and businesses, a hope of a strong people. Citadel Leistung holds the only gate leading to the wasteland, another special feature of this place. It is the last passage that the great campaigns of the Lord's Crusade traverse before reaching the wastes. So yeah, we're in a large cultural center, a city and home to thousands. And we're looking up the ridge at the sort of vastness of Citadel Leistung, and we see Alan, and people are passing him by in carts, a lot of those probably carrying wood and supplies out to the wayward camps towards the east, in the hinterlands, and the outposts and camps that have been seized by Citadel Leistung for the use of their lumber trade. This is where all the lumber of the enclosure comes from. So any wood-built homes or structures or tools, this is the place where those resources are coming from. Not to say that there isn't wood in other places, but that's their main export, and most of the time you're going to be seeing it come from Citadel Leistung. So I'm going to attempt to sojourn, and depending on the success or failure, I think that's going to depict a few things. In my mind, Alan is here. We see him smiling. He's smiling because he's been to Citadel Leistung before. Probably more so than, not even more so, but like out of all the other citadels, he has visited Leistung the most outside of the one that is his home, Richter, obviously. He has a brother who lives here, who we haven't detailed yet. Who he used as an excuse to the councilman Aaron of Weissen, for his reasoning to going to Leistung. But he very well may want to see his brother, if only to see if he can get some supplies, some shelter, some information, a starting place. So depending on the sojourn success, he may find his brother, or he may not in the city. So yeah, we see Alan make his way in. He walks up the path, the winding path leading up the ridge that many traverse, coming and going from Citadel Leistung, before entering the citadel proper and into its city streets and its vast steps that lead up those walls, facing that outer wall towards the waste. And he's going to attempt a sojourn, I think, is the first thing I'm going to do. And the sojourn is going to get me some stuff, but I don't like, I'm not terribly low on supply, but I think it's mostly in my head. Like, if I look at sojourn, let's see if it does make 100%. If it doesn't make sense, we'll do a different move. But when you spend time in a community seeking assistance, roll plus heart. If you share a bond, add +1. I am looking to gather information, and I think sojourn and gather information actually work off of each other. So if I sojourn and read the whole move, spend time in a community seeking assistance, roll plus heart. If you share a bond, add +1. I don't share a bond. I wish I did. I wish I had that bond already. I wonder if I can maybe, because do I already have a bond with my brother? Maybe I don't. Maybe I need to actually reforge that bond. Maybe I haven't been here in a while. On a strong hit, you and your allies may each choose 2 within the categories below. On a weak hit, choose 1. If you share a bond, choose 1 more. Okay, on a hit, you and your allies may each focus on one of your chosen recovery actions and roll plus heart again. So this is like a 2-roll move. If you share a bond, add +1 once more. But on a strong hit, take +2 more for that action. On a weak hit, take +1 more. On a miss, it goes badly and you lose all benefits of that action. So there are 3 different types of actions, which is clear condition, recover, or provide aid. And within those are multiple choices. So clear condition could be mend, hearten, or equip. I'm looking pretty good on my health bar wise, so it's not going to be what I would even want. Recover would be good for just getting my supply back up, which I would probably take. Or take a quest. Envision what this community needs or what trouble it's facing. If you choose to help, swear a vow and add +1. We might consider that. We might consider that. But what is with gather information? I believe has something. So yeah, when you search an area, ask questions, conduct an investigation, or follow a track, roll plus wits. If you act within a community or ask questions of a person from whom you share a bond, +1. So on a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to progress is made clear. Envision what you learn and take +2 momentum. On a weak hit, the information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover, take +1. On a miss, your investigation unearths a dire threat. So those two don't entwine, but I still feel like the Sojourn is the right move to begin with. I'm totally cool doing that. I'm very much adamant about not doing useless moves, but also going easy on myself at the same time. And 3 supply, though not terrible, can quickly become terrible. I did spend quite a bit on the road, and I think he is trying to get re-involved with the community. He may also attempt to be forging a bond, which might be what... So you spend significant time with a person or community, stand together, face hardships, or make sacrifices for their cause. You can attempt to create a bond when you do roll plus heart. If you make this move after you successfully fulfill your vow to their benefit, you may reroll dice. Okay. On a strong hit, so I might be able to, depending upon maybe what my brother needs. On a weak hit, they ask something more of you first. Envision what it is. Do it. Yeah, mark the bond. Got it. So Sojourn's going to be our first move. So we're gonna roll. It's going to be plus heart. We don't have a bond with this place, but I think, having to visit Lystung... Alan has a mission. He is looking for this this scroll, and he did tell Aaron of Vyson that he was coming here to visit his brother, which was a lie. But now that he's here, his brother is his like family here. The person he knows, his in Lystung is his brother. And I want to also imagine that some of his other family may have lived here at one point as well. Okay, so lots of thoughts flying through my head right now, but let's get this roll out there. There's not going to be a modifier because I do not yet share a bond, but boy, if I'm not going to be trying. So let's see what we get. A strong hit. This is what I want. Okay. All right. So on a strong hit, you and your allies may choose 2 from within the categories below. On a weak hit, choose 1. So I get 2. I'm going to probably take... because I'm going to get 2, because before I was just going to maybe just do recover. But I will do provide aid as well. And I think that's... Because I got a strong hit, I think he's spending time in a community seeking assistance, which he is. And I think if he got a strong hit, it means he got an in with his brother, which he is a member of the community. So I think we're going to have to illustrate that and do some RP. But let's get the mechanics out of the way, because we're framing the fiction. The supply is going to happen, and the take a quest is going to happen. Now let's hold that take a quest for just a second. I'm gonna make a list of things that we need to do. Actions. I'm just gonna call this actions right now, and we're gonna make a very quick list so I don't forget, because this is gonna be kind of complex. The amount of things that are happening at once. I want to get all this sort of like stuff in my head of what's gonna happen, and then start the fiction. So we are taking a quest. Alan's brother, most likely. Through Alan's brothers, most likely. So, want to gather info. Want to forge a bond. These are all things I want to be doing. But we have to pace ourselves, obviously. So let's continue with this move. Let's not move on. I just want to make sure I have, like, in my head, I'm not losing what actions I'm trying to take here. I need to envision what this community needs or what trouble it is facing. And I think that's going to pertain solely to my brother. So we see this scene of Alan entering into the town. We see him making his way through a few of the steps, which are these like these Gondorian steps, basically. If you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, the third movie, and in some of the other movies, I believe all the movies, every movie you see it, the city of Gondor has these tiers to it. This is on a little bit of a lesser degree of height, but there's still these tiers that go all the way up to the back wall at its highest, and back wall facing the wastes. And he probably goes like only up maybe the first or second tier, and he's making his way through the city, and we can hear the activity of the people around him, compared to the city he just left, which is a little bit cold. People were inside. There's not a lot of people outside, especially not on the bridge of Citadel Richter. That is usually for the guard. There's a few like huts and homes up at the very top, but they're made out of stone or wood. People stay inside. When they're outside, it's very quickly like, how do I get to the next place? I don't linger outside, but there's a lot of lingering outside. We're in a very active city space. So we hear people. There are people outside. We can smell food. We can smell tanning. We can smell all the smells of people working and going about. Sawdust is obviously going to be a prominent scent throughout, with all the woodworking workshops that probably exist. But we know how to find our brother. We know how to find him, because we're not looking for any of those scents in particular, and we do roughly know it's probably been a few years since he's been here, since the bond is not existent at the moment. Seems as though he's probably let this bond begin to fade a little bit, but I think his brother is a blacksmith. I think this because, and let me confirm, because I can't fully remember. We might have to alter it around. But if I go into campaign guide, not the campaign guide, but the world guide, and I go into Shattered Wastes, and I go into coal. Okay, so coal. I thought maybe it was iron. I think that is Citadel Vyson. I want him to be a blacksmith, though. I feel like a blacksmith would be from Vyson, though. So perhaps he is not a blacksmith, then. In my head, he was. It's so much cooler, though. It's so much cooler to have him be... my brother might have been around. He might have gotten around. He could have learned blacksmithing from Citadel Vyson and then came back to Richter, and then decided ultimately to go to Lystung at some point to serve there. So I like the idea of him being a blacksmith, because coal wise he would be a miner of sorts, or he would be dealing in that. Yeah. I think that works. I want him to be a blacksmith. So. Yeah. We follow the sound of metal of iron stinging against other iron. We hear that. Look for that distinctive ping, and we follow it throughout the steps of the city, and we are eventually brought to the blacksmithing shop of. Sorry, my phone's buzzing. I'll put it in a different place. Of his brother, who I think we need to detail here. So let's get some dramatis personae of not this place, but of the hinterlands, and my brother, the only blacksmith in town. So let's find out who they are. I'm into it. Oracles, because I don't have any. The biggest idea I had was that they were going to be a little rougher around the edges than Alan, and a blacksmith. A little more short than Alan too. Like this person lacks probably in they're not as high of a heart, I'm gonna guess. So let's go character. I already kind of decided their role. Their goal, their descriptor, their we'll get to that goal in a second. Let's do actually some names. No, that one doesn't work for me. Should it be a giant name? Yeah, let's do that. I don't like that one either. I got it twice. Chiandu. Let's I don't know. My name is Alan. I didn't choose that as an Ironlander name, so now I'm trying to think of what his name would be. One more time in the Ironlander. Let's see. Oh, Matic, absolutely, Matt. Oh, it works. Oh, it works. Okay, got one I wanted. Matic. Holy shit, Matt. Location is going to be Citadel Lystung. And descriptors are going to be, and this should be interesting, doomed, connected, brave. What do these mean? Connected makes sense. Brave makes sense. Doomed. Maybe his business is not going well. Oh no. Okay. We should roll the disposition too. I'm curious what we have there. That'll be good. Let's do goal. Travel to a place. Maybe he's getting ready to leave. Oh fuck. I didn't even think about this. That's what of course I didn't think about it. It's random rolls. Disposition towards me. Oh no. Desperate. Oh no, this is all making sense. I'm not gonna put that into there. We'll just do travel to. So things are not going well. What is this current activity? Ambushing. You know, I might not need to do this current activity because this is gonna these are probably no. These are like recovering would work here. Like there's a few that would work. Leading, searching, ambushing makes no sense to me, though I'm sure it could be made to make sense. Maybe one more roll, we'll see. Leading. See, leading does make sense here. He would be in the middle of I was just sort of reading through them because you can just read through and pick as well. Leading makes sense. It's fun to roll though. So he's in the midst of commanding his blacksmith shop. He's in a desperate situation. His goal is to travel to a place. Doomed is one of his descriptors. So I think all of those add up to Matt's business is not going well. So we probably actually have it a little difficult finding him. We do not hear the ting of iron. And I think there's a concern on Alan's face when he doesn't hear the blacksmith shop going about. And he doesn't see any sort of smoke, that sort of extra dark smoke that he thinks he would see rising, or I don't even know if it's dark. I'm sure you can tell the smoke coming from a forge versus coming from just a fire. That might be just more smoke, and he like doesn't see that happening like in the direction that he believes the blacksmith is, his brother's smithy is at. But he does know the location, and it doesn't take him long to travel the roads and count the houses, and make his way to that business. Oh no. Brother to Alan of Richter. His business is failing. So like connected and brave. A well-respected member of the community. Has been known to take up arms in the local militia when times are hard. When arms are needed. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. That's all about what we need to know. His disposition towards me is going to be desperate. So, yeah, we see Alan arrive at the door. Not so much at the door. He arrives outside, and he's just a few feet away. But like, I think the last scene we saw Alan with, just to get the cinema of it, he like looks up in the direction where he expects to see the smoke rising, and he doesn't see it. His eyes pierce at concern, and we see him continue making his way, moving past some people. Excuse me,
Excuse me. And we cut from him, and we enter in on a scene of Maddox. We see his smithy. He's in the middle of grasping some sort of hammers off of the wall, taking them down, and he's in the midst of like putting them in a cart behind him, of literally like in a process of like closing up shop. We can see the sort of stone slab where the anvil once sat, and we can see the forge behind him that is cold. It is cold. And as he's doing this process, we see like maybe I'm imagining Maddox either has an apprentice or people working under him to some degree, and so we see them sort of going about the store as well. And he turns over, and and we can hear him like one of his apprentices come up to him. We don't have to give them a name right now, asks him a question that we kind of just barely hear, and he just looks over, probably something about the forge. And he's like, it's going to have to stay behind. We will leave it there. It is too much metal to be able to carry with us. Just go about collecting the other things. They're of a greater value. We can always make a new forge. And the sort of disappointed, worried, or concerned apprentice is here's the words, and just goes about his business, shakes his head yes. Maddox is in the midst of commanding, he's probably got like 2 or 3 apprentices running around here that he's giving instructions. And as we see that sort of scene happen, he kind of looks down at one of the hammers and just sort of sighs. And the camera shifts over his shoulder, and we see behind him a good 20 or 30 feet Alan. Maddox? And we see, because we're still looking from perspective directly at Maddox, like sort of in the dark of the shade underneath the open to the street roof of the smithy, and his eyes widen, and he turns over almost immediately, hearing that name, or sorry, that voice. Alan? And he immediately just starts to walk up that mall pace, like those very purposeful steps. Alan's walking towards him. Maddox, it's been so long. What, a year too? And he steps up and just immediately embraces him. And Maddox very like just struck. Like he's just arms open, still has the hammer he had in his hand, and Alan's immediately embraced him, and it's just sort of like a slow realization that his brother is here. And he just kind of like slowly comes in and just sort of pats him on the back. A year at least. What are you doing here? And he just sort of like takes him back and looks at him. I thought you'd gone north to Citadel Liban and Grecian. You're a wayfinder now, aren't you? Says, yes, officially. And he sort of pulls out a the collar of his coat, and we see the badge. And I haven't detailed this before, but I kind of thought about this the other day. He would have an iron badge that is literally the it is a hexagon, and it has circles at these points. And it is like a sheriff's badge, effectively, with this exact sort of hexagon thing. And he says, official in everything, sealed and given to me by the what are they called? Steward of Citadel Richter. He kind of looks at it, and he says, excellent forge work. I always knew you would make something of yourself. But what are you doing here in Leiston? It has been so long. And he kind of shoves me back. Why has it been so long since you have come to visit me? I have not seen you. And I think we can immediately see sort of the frustration. Well, as you can see, I've been very busy. I have traveled for quite some time, but I was back in Richter for at least a month. I was catching up with my family. This is "Oh, catching up with your family then. So I am no longer your family." And he goes, "No, Maddox. It was just a long journey. I had meant to come here before. In fact, I had made a journey here, but I was delayed recently." This is delayed. No, that's a fine excuse. Here I am, working, slaving away, thinking of my family and all the other citadels in the world, and you have come back within, what, 2 days of me? Over what you say, the past 2 months, and you have never come to see me. And he says, "Like I said, I had planned to." And he just looks frustrated. It is no problem. I'm used to being forgotten about. And he just sort of looks at this, at the hammer. Oh man, poor Maddox. And it says, it's sort of like a speaking of which, but like, what's going on, Maddox? Why is the smithy, why is the forge unlit? And he's just, yeah, Alan's confused. And I think we need to roll what the problem is. And I think we're going to do settlement problem, but it's going to be related to, I think it's going to be related to Maddox. But we're going to try to tie it in the best that we can here. We've only made one roll, right? Yeah, the secure advantage was fake. All right, so going into this. Oh God, why did that get so small? Holy shit. Okay, come here. All right. Let's find out what the trouble is. Oh, come on now. What's going on? There we go. Being weird. Moves. What the heck? Huh. Can I just close this maybe and bring it back up? Yeah. Let it load. There we go. Weird. Alright. So this is oracles, and we need settlement trouble. So let's figure out why he's closing up shop. Disastrous accident. Oh shit. Let me think here. So a disastrous accident. Can we tie it in? I think we can. Oh no. Uh-oh. I have a wait, it might be too convenient. My first thought is to have him have made the cart that was transporting the scroll, and that the scroll never made it to Lystung, but I feel like that decides a lot of things for me very, very quickly. And also is too convenient, I think, because I immediately get information on what has happened to, like, I'm like, oh, it never made it to Lystung, my brother's cart failed, it must be somewhere on the road. It's too connected to me. A disastrous accident has happened, which is his sort of reason, and it has to be enough that it has affected the community. He's a blacksmith. Oh, okay. I think I know what happened. I know what happened, but I don't know that he's going to talk about it to Alan. I honestly don't know if he's going to bring it up. I think what happened, and what we don't know, and we see sort of Maddox kind of very, very concerned about in the moment, and he kind of flashes back. I think Maddox was in the midst of helping the local council government of Citadel Lystung in the creation of a like a new kind of sawmill situation using iron. Like he's making like a new device. Instead of just making axes, he's making like like a spinning saw blade kind of thing, something more advanced that has been depicted and discovered through the technology of Citadel Vyson, and those plans were sent over to create it. And he was the only blacksmith in Lystung, so he was set to the task to make a more advanced way to cut wood. And I think the disastrous accident is he went through doing this. And I think it was, now disastrous is either it broke and killed a lot of people, or it worked and now they don't need as many woodcutters anymore, and people are out of a job, and they're mad at Matic, and they're not going to the blacksmith. All of his previous commissions have fell through because they're mad at what he made. Obviously, probably mad at the stewards too, but mad at him. So yeah, maybe the thing, I like that second one. I think he made something that has put a lot of people out of business. And there are a lot of people not happy with him, and he's lost a lot of his customers, and he's getting ready to leave to go somewhere else because he was connected, but lost. Was connected. I think he lost some clout with the community, for sure, some trust of the community by making this thing. A lot of people are living in Lystung are now having to leave as well because they don't need as many axe bearers. Back when he was just making axe blades, he made a bad business move. So yeah, he just kind of looks. He says, "I made a mistake. I lost the trust of the people. I'm going to go somewhere else, perhaps Liban, where they need blacksmiths like me. I don't believe that the people of Lystung are very keen on an ironsmith right now." And confused, Alan just says, "You're the only blacksmith in this entire city, as far as I know. What will the people do without you? They will import their iron from Vyson, as many do. I am going to head back to Vyson, collect my thoughts, and then from there discover exactly where I'm going to go. Liban, as I said, or Garrison, who knows." He just says, "You can't just close up shop. It can't be that bad." He says, "It is bad, brother. Let me tell you. I don't want to get into it. You have come at a bad time. But regardless, and however long it has been since last you have seen me, you are welcome to stay for a few days. I am not leaving just yet. There is much to do before my departure." And just sort of looking down about it, says, "I guess your business is your own. I cannot choose to pry into what is not my business, but I have come with purpose, brother. Thank you. I would appreciate perhaps some food. It's been a long journey here." He says, "What am I? What kind of brother am I if I cannot feed you? Come. There will be a meal for my apprentices soon. I will make sure to set an extra seat at the table for you." This is good. And also have some questions. I want to know what's been going on in Lystung of late. He just kind of rolls his eyes. "It has not been the best here, but we'll give you news as well." And I want to attempt to gather information. So I'm able to sojourn here, and I know I took the second thing. That's the one thing I'm thinking of. He's giving me this thing. Is people aren't doing well. So let me he's kind of fucked up the job market a little bit with the creation of this thing. I could destroy destroy it for him. I don't know. That would be kind of crazy. Where's Sojourn? Take a quest. Envision what this community needs or what trouble it is facing. Ask the Oracle if unsure. If you choose to help, swear an iron vow and add +1. He's not telling me here yet, but I'm gonna hold on to this provide aid. I'm gonna hold on to this. I want to see if maybe a gather information is going to be required here, because I think in a gather information, does it say something about swearing an iron vow? It doesn't, but on a miss, it might be something that I have to do. But I think provide aid is something that I still want. Take a quest, envision what this community needs, and what this community needs, because people are starting to leave Lystung, is that machine to no longer be a thing, to undo my brother's mistake. I think that's interesting. So we go in, we get the food supplies. I think that makes sense to the to upping our supply. I'm able to eat food, be taken care of, and I ask for some food to fill my pack. This is, of course, some dried meats as we are getting ready to package ourselves. I can spare a few, and thank you, brother. And he'll immediately take those. And yeah, I think the gather information, let's see, conduct an investigation, follow track, ask questions. So it's effectively just asking questions about, I think it's going to be mostly about the scroll, wanting to know what that's about. Let's do that. So it's going to be wits related. There's no modifier involved. And this might lead into the quest, so let's just see what we get. No, I'm doing fucking amazing. Oh no. A gather information strong. On a strong hit, I discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to progress is made clear. Envision what you learn. Ask the Oracle and take +2 momentum. So I'll get +2 momentum off of this. But the path I must follow or action you must progress is made clear. So let me think. How is that made manifest? Should we do action theme and see? Hide nature. Hide nature. Would a major plot twist be necessary here? No. I don't know if that's necessary. Hide nature. And how would I get that information here? Oh shit. I think I know what information I'm going to get. I think I have an idea. So I sit at the table. I've eaten, I've gotten food, where we've drank, been merry, and he says, and so you said that there is a reason for you coming here. A bit of a dire look on your face. Explain to me, brother, what is it that troubles you? He says, well, Maddock, I don't want to get too deep into it. You have your own troubles. But I came to Lystung in the hope of finding something. I'm sure you have heard the news of the scroll of truth that was found in the swamplands. And it says, who hasn't? It was bound for Citadel Lystung, but never came. It says, never came. And he just kind of looks down. So it's not in the city then. And he kind of looks, he says, what is your interest? He says, I have been tasked with, and he's gonna maybe lie a little bit here, but he doesn't want to cause any, he's got to sort of stroke his way around it. I have been tasked with seeing its delivery secured to Citadel Vyson. He says, makes sense for someone to send a wayfinder. Who was it? Was it the The steward of Richter, says, no, it's simply a matter of personal business. I want to see this scroll safely transferred, but your news comes as ill tidings. If it hasn't made it here, he says, whoa, I did not say it has not made it here. I simply said that it did not reach the citadel. He says, what do you mean? What news have you heard? He says, as far as I know, the caravan did come this way. But, from the secrets and rumors that have been passing through, some of the men of the woods have seen the caravan pass, but only slightly. It is apparently going on a course not unique to the Sacred Road. This is the first scroll that has been found this far from Weissen, the opposite side of the map. Its journey is of great importance. You know that the rumors spread. The longer the distance, the more dangerous the journey. The more opportunity there will be for theft. So, they are taking a different route, brother. Apparently, they have gone around the citadel. Not sure where they are now. He says, how long ago? When? He says, the rumors have only crossed but a day ago. He says, it's possible. A day ago I made my way up the path and didn't see anything. As I said before, they were not crossing the Sacred Road. They were taking alternate paths through the wilderness. He says, they're ill-advised. They could easily be taken in the wilderness, as easy as they could be taken on the road, brother. They are going about this in a way instructed by the Council of Weissen. So, it is the journey they are taking. If you want to find them, you're going to have to turn around. He says, damn. Well, I had not expected it. I thought the situation possibly more dire. He says, perhaps it is. The wilderness is a dangerous place, but if they are going where they are supposed to be going, they will reach Weissen, I imagine, in, the next week or so. And he kind of just like shakes his head a little bit, like feeling a little bit defeated that he went all this way, but now would have to turn around. He says, thank you, brother, but I feel as though my quest may be of no use now. If we have crossed paths, they are too far ahead of me. I'd hope to intersect. I would need to be able to catch up, and now I can't. And he says, I can tell that this is very important to you. I want to help you. I do. But my situation here is also dire. That could change, though. What do you mean? I only have one sturdy beast underneath my employ. No money to be able to purchase another, or else I would buy you a draft horse. And he kind of like turns over towards a door, towards his probably what is a stable. He says, I need that horse to travel, to make my way to find a new home, a new business. But what if I didn't? And he says, go on. My business here suffered because I made something that I shouldn't have. And the apprentices kind of just both looked down. I was offered a lot of money by the High Council to create for them a device devised in Citadel Weissen by some of the expert engineers. Something that would help us make more wood and cut away more at the hinterlands than ever before. I did not know what its effects would have. And he's just kind of listening intently. A lot of people have lost their employ with the lumber camps of the hinterlands because of the thing that I made. I've lost the trust of the people. They're frustrated with me. I have not had a commission since that day in over 3 weeks. Money does not grow on trees, as you know, or else I would be a rich man. But I have lost faith with the community. If for any reason, though, my device was made to not work anymore, and perhaps if that reasoning was made clear that it was my doing, I may be able to regain some clout with the people. He says, but would you not anger the council? He says, the council screwed me over anyway. They only paid me half of what I was owed. And, of course, all of this that happened, they have been reluctant to pay me any more, knowing that I will not be here much later, so they have not commissioned me for more. They do not want to lose faith with the people either. They are willing to use me as a scapegoat. But if the machine stops working, then I may be able to keep a home here. And you could take my horse. He says, what are you implying? He says, well, you are my brother. That is a well-known fact. I do not think it can be me who does this. I do not want to inquire the wrath of the council. But if you are able to do so, perhaps even without knowing, make it look like an accident. Something that maybe I set up to happen. It would benefit me. He says, you want me to make it seem as though your machine was made to break in case something bad were to happen? He says, that's a little bit complicated. But overall, if you could make the thing stop working, I can at the very least spread the rumor that it was my doing. People would come back to my door. He says, well, I can't really say no. Where is this machine? Outpost, not an hour from here. It was built close by as to be protected, and it is protected, let me tell you, brother. I would need you to get inside of this building. It is a lumber mill. And I want you to dismantle the track. I can show you what piece to take. It is a very important measure to its function. One that I would have to create myself if they were to ever get it to work again. You go in, you dismantle this piece, you bring it back to me, and we'll have a deal. You can take the horse, and I'll stay here and deal with the politics of it all. In any case, if that machine isn't running, I will be needed again. He says, well, and then I think we're going to make our last roll real quick. Let's swear an iron vow. Let's swear an iron vow and see what happens. And understand how it goes. I'm going with heart. Strong hit. Fuck yeah. Okay. You are emboldened. It is clear what you must do next. Take 2 momentum. An hour, you say? I have no time to lose. I will have it for you before the night falls. And he just says, good. Good. And that is, I think that's where we're going to call it. Yeah, I think we are going to disable Maddox's machine for him, so that he can regain some his connection to the community here, possibly regained our bond with Maddox, and then we'll have a horse. And yeah, and I think we're gonna have a horse canonically, not the actual horse tag, but the horse asset, which will give us the opportunity to catch up with the caravan. So I think we need to, quickly before we are done, we need to put our new vow in. It is going to be troublesome still, but dismantle, and I think because this is sort of a part of it's a vow within a vow. I don't know if our difficulty has gone up here. I personally think it has. I think it has increased in difficulty because now they've passed me and I need to catch up with them, and I'm going to be on horseback going through like mountain valleys. So it's going to be. I think we've upped the difficulty of the inciting vow. So dismantle Maddox machine. Gain a horse. And that's just going to be troublesome. And we're going to come back and bust our way through that quest, I think. All right, perfect. Yeah, so we can take this away. And we do this, and we did this. Want to forge a bond with Matic after vow is fulfilled. Got it. Okay, cool. And that is that. Just quickly going to, when I get back, it's going to be list the moves made with, it would be Sojourn. List moves made in session 4 starting with Sojourn. Write in journal what happened. Write new quest outline, do quest, pretty much is what I have to do next. All right, very cool. That is where we're going to be calling it for the evening. We got the information that we needed. I think personally, we, with the things that we did gathering, no, not yet. We gathered the information. I think we'll add another 2 after we complete this vow. So we'll chill on that there. This vow is going to be very quick, very easy. That is going to be the session, and we're going to end it and call it there, guys. Thank you for joining me. The announcement I have about next week's games: there will be no games uploaded Tuesday and Thursday next week. I have fallen behind on that queue. I haven't found time to really sit down and play a longer, like 3 or 4 hour sessions and get a backlog. I've only been able to do 1 hour sessions here and there. This one's being done on a lunch, which is why I absolutely have to go because I'm already late to getting back to that. But there will be no session next. That's just so that I have that date correctly. There will be no session uploaded on the 20th or the 22nd, but that following weekend I should be able to get episodes up for the 26th and the 29th. But thank you for your patience. Sorry I wasn't able to get a backlog of these, but there may just be some bumps in the road like that down the way, depending on how much time I'm able to devote to this and how much I'm able to put into the backlog. But thank you for joining me. I will see you in a couple of weeks. All right, take care. Bye.